Well, welcome to the Northwest Passenger Rail Summit. Wish I could be there with you, but unfortunately the congressional schedule mandates otherwise. This is an exciting time for rail advocates. In the Investment and Infrastructure Jobs Act, we have the largest single ever investment in a passenger rail in the history of the United States of America. It's not everything we need, not as much as I proposed in my bill, but it's a hell of a lot. Now, obviously, a significant portion is going to go to Amtrak. They're going to get new power, they're going to have new trains, essentially. Amtrak is looking at new city pairs and new routes around the country. And then, of course, the northeast corridor needs a tremendous amount of work. The tunnels under the Hudson, we're finally moving ahead with that. The others are they're decrepit. And then there's a tunnel in Baltimore has to be replaced, built in 1872. We had great engineers then, but things don't last forever. But beyond that, there is a heck of a lot of money for higher speed rail around the nation. And we've got to grasp this opportunity. Now, there are barriers, obviously. If you're looking at high-speed rail, we always have issues with greenfield projects, which of course California has seen with their proposed project. The railroads control, unfortunately, virtually all the right-of-way in the country for rail, except in the Northeast corridor. And it's very difficult to get them to cooperate, coordinate, share, or let us utilize excess capacity that they have, excess right of way. Virginia succeeded just a couple of years ago, and I think that's an interesting model to be looking at. It's not going to be high speed, but we're looking at higher speed rail part of it will be dedicated. But they worked with CSX because CSX was willing to work with them because the bridge over the Potomac River was at 99% capacity for passenger, commuter, Amtrak, and freight. So Virginia said, we'll build a new bridge over the river if we can access this right of way with you, and we can go from DC to Richmond and do it way more quickly than it can be done now. They look at this as a tremendous opportunity. That project is going ahead, and that is a potential for higher speed, and that's what some of our city pairs will work best with. High speed, obviously, as I said, has more obstacles, and then even getting to higher speed in other parts of the country needs more cooperation from the freight railroads, who have been fighting bitterly since they were obligated to give Amtrak preference when we took over their common carrier status. I'm hoping in September, and I'm hoping that you and others will reach out to members of Congress to give the Surface Transportation Board new tools to deal with the issues of freight versus passenger on existing rail, and also hopefully induce them to cooperate on perhaps using excess right-of-way for new dedicated routes. There's phenomenal opportunity out there. We need to roll this money out as quickly as possible. The Federal Railroad Administration is gearing up. They've never had this kind of money before. But we need to be pushing now, putting forward proposals, and getting as much done as we can definitively, before the Biden administration's term ends, not knowing what the future holds. I've got to say, unfortunately, most of my Republican colleagues seem to hate passenger rail. So good luck, have a great conference, be great advocates, and let's bring America into the 21st century with good passenger rail service.